Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video, and as you might notice, the screen right here is kind of black. I'm not going to be really putting anything on camera, just putting the black screen up here, so don't get, I guess, alarmed if you see this and you think, oh, the video's not loading, because there really is no video feed. I'm not going to be doing any sort of video. I'm just going to be pretty much recording myself talking and answering your questions. So on Instagram I asked you guys to send me some questions, and you guys sent a lot of them, so I'm going to be answering as many as I can. And before I get started, just sorry if I butcher any names. I'm not super great with names, I guess, but anyway, we'll get right into this. So the first question was by Looming Giraffe, and she asked apples or bananas. And I would have to say apples. I do, there's a lot of different kind of apples, and I just kind of like apples. So anyway, I'm going to try and get through these questions pretty quickly, with simple answers if I can, so yeah. Anyway, Chablazers23 and Rainbow Loom Tumblr, ask, what is my favorite Rainbow Loom product? And I'm still going to stick with the classic Loom, but the Alpha Loom is also pretty close too. I like that as well. Looming Giraffe and Gus ask, what would your dream Rainbow Loom band be if you were to invent one? And I would probably say a battery charged blue, like if you've ever had Crayola markers and there's like the blue that's kind of neon, but it's not the light neon blue that you get from Michael's. I don't know. If you know what the Crayola markers like come out as battery charged blue, then that's the color I would like to invent. Looming Giraffe and Hello Looms ask, what is my favorite band collection? And it would probably still have to be just the classic opaque bands, because there's a bunch of different colors, but I also like the Sweets, the Pearl, and then the Solar as well. Pineapple Loomy asks, what's my favorite limited edition band? I don't really know, because I haven't tested them all, but I would probably have to say White Pearl, I guess, even though I've never had it. It just looks really nice, and then I do like Gold Mint as well, so those are probably my two favorites. One of them I've tried, which is the Gold Mint, and then the other one, which is the White Pearl, that I have not tried. A lot of people asked, there were way too many people to list, when did you start looming? And that would be September or October of 2013. So a while ago. I didn't start my Instagram until mid-May of last year, though. A lot of people, again, asked what is my favorite craft to do besides looming, and I don't really know if I'd call it a craft, but probably drawing or painting, or graphics work, like computer art. Yeah. Crafty Crafties and Ocean Loom ask, what is my favorite food? And my favorite food is mac and cheese, but if I don't really count dessert in that. But if I did count dessert, I'd probably say like cookie dough, because even though you're not supposed to eat it, I've never gotten sick from it, so cookie dough is definitely like my favorite type of food, I guess. Rainbow Loom Tumblr asks, what is my favorite country? And I've really only lived in the US, so I guess I would have to say that. And I've never really experienced any other countries except for one, which I think I'll answer later in the video, but I've really only experienced living in the US, so I don't know how to really compare. So that's a pretty hard question to answer, but yeah, moving on to the next question. A lot of people asked me, what is my favorite bracelet? And this one is literally one of the hardest questions. I probably spent 20 minutes to a half an hour thinking about this, because some of them I've just thought, like this one, because I knew it would take me forever to find one. But currently it would be the Woodwind bracelet, which was designed by me and tutorial is by me on my channel as well. But there are so many bracelets that I love, and oh my gosh, it was so hard to pick just one, and I think still that I could pick probably 20 or 30 more that I like equally as much. Yeah, anyway, the Looming Corner asks, what is my favorite loom design? And my favorite loom design currently would have to be the Passionate bracelet designed by the Luminator tutorial on my channel. It's just a really nice and neat and really well put together bracelet, and I really enjoyed making it, and I just really like that bracelet. So And he also asked what is my favorite hook-only design, and that would be currently the Fault Line bracelet designed by the Loomagination tutorial on my channel as well. I'll try to give as much information as I can about any bracelets that I mentioned, but the Fault Line bracelet is just really nice. It's kind of simple, and I don't know, I just like it. It's a really nice bracelet, and it's very neat. And next, Dia Loves to Loom asks, if I were to name a loom band company, what would it be? And I don't really know, because I've never really thought of that. So, yeah, I don't really know how to answer that question. She also asks, who is my favorite singer? And a lot of you guys probably don't know who this is, but he does a lot of covers on YouTube, and his name is Sam Shuey. And he's probably one of my favorite singers, like, ever. I've just really loved his covers for the past couple years, and some of his original songs as well, so, yeah. A lot of people ask me what inspired me to loom, and it's kind of a long story, but to make it short, my sister brought home a fishtail from school, and then she said, oh, I know how to make it on 2 pencils, and we got some loom bands from Hobby Lobby and did that, and then she taught me how to do it, and then to make it on a fishtail on 2 pencils, and then we expanded to like the loom. We went to Michael's and we saw the looms and then the bands, and we were like, oh, okay, we'll just go with this, because Michael's bands were a lot less expensive than the Hobby Lobby ones for whatever reason. But yeah, it just kind of expanded from that point on. Libby Cowell asks, what is my favorite Starbucks drink? I can't talk. And I don't really drink coffee, but they had a drink in Starbucks that was like a caramel something or other. It had coffee in it, and then I just got it without coffee, so I guess just a caramel drink from Starbucks. Yeah, I'm not really a coffee person, so anyway, she also asked what is my favorite color, and I would have to say teal or the battery charged blue. Yeah. So Giraffe Girl NZ, or New Zealand, I think, asked what is my favorite DIY project, or what would I like to make? I've never done a DIY before, and I don't know exactly what I would do, so I guess if you want to suggest some down below, I might just do it for fun, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Lee Silos, I'm sorry if I butchered that, I probably totally did. She asked, cookie. Yes, I love a cookie. Cookies are the life. Payreese02 or 02 asked, what is my favorite fruit? And it would either be an apple or a pear or a cantaloupe, just depending on the season. Like, if it's fall, probably apples, because that is pretty much the season that apples are best in. It just kind of depends on the season. Like, summer is probably cantaloupe is when it's at its best, and pears and stuff, so it's just kind of a toss-up. Loaf 3008 asked, what bracelet would I want to do a tutorial for? And I was thinking, did this already apply to bracelets that had a tutorial for them, or just bracelets that I've seen on Instagram that don't yet have a tutorial? But I assumed one that had already had a tutorial, so I said the Hexafish bracelet by Justin's Toys, or the Triple Fish Tail by Tutorials by A, just because they're just really cool designs, and I would have loved to had the thought capacity at that point to make those bracelets up and post a tutorial on them. So yeah. Loaf 3008 also asked, if I could make a tutorial with any loomer, who would it be and what bracelet would you make? I can't really just choose one loomer that I want to do a tutorial with. There's just too many people that I would want to do one with. But for the bracelet part, I would just probably improvise the entire tutorial. Just be like, okay, we're going to lay this type of border and this type of bands on the inside, and then just kind of make it up as we go and just kind of have fun with it. Elavia Juan asked, what's interesting about Rainbow Loom? And this was a pretty difficult question for me to think about too, and I kind of narrowed it down to the most interesting thing about Rainbow Loom is all the new designs that are made every day, and then all the colors that are combined with the designs. It's pretty amazing. I just think that there are so many designs, and that's what makes it so super interesting, is that you can do so many different styles with so many different colors. And then Loaf 3008 again asked, would you rather have bulky or thin bracelets to wear or make? For the most part, I like the thin bracelets. I don't really like the super chunky ones. If it's wide but flat, then that's okay. But if it's like really thick, I don't really like it that much. But the chunky bracelets do take a lot of bands, which is what I had to take into consideration. I like the thin and medium width bracelets, like some hook-only designs, but also some loom designs, so it just kind of depends on the design and I guess how many bands I'm willing to use on the design. Ellie Harmer 9 X Ina Young, 109X, and Jace Rawl asks the hardest design that I've ever made. And sorry, I'm losing my voice. That would probably have to be the Hexadots bracelet by Justin's Toys, which took about 3.5 hours for me to make, or the Nefertiti bracelet designed by Nix Haley 22 and tutorial by Artisan Loom. Both of them took a really long time. I think the Nefertiti one actually took me like 5 or 6 hours. It took me a really long time. Senpai Pat asks, what kind of music do you listen to, and who's your favorite artist? I really need to get a drink, but all of my favorite, I like all kinds of music. It just kind of depends on the song. And then my favorite artist is Sam Sherry, so that one was already answered previously. But Yaza02 asks, who is my favorite actress? And I would say Anna Sophia Robb, because she does a lot of, I guess, critical, she plays a lot of critical people and characters, so she's just kind of a really good actress, and I like all the different parts that she plays, so. Sorry, I'm getting a drink. Okay, she also asked, whose Rainbow Loom designs awe me? And there's a lot, so I only listed a few, but I would say Claire Swears, Soul's Provider, Notorious Babe, I Loves to Loom, and Crazy Just Might Work. Just for 5, because it was really hard to just pick 5 people, honestly, so please don't get offended by this video if I don't mention you or someone else's designs. It's really hard to narrow everything down, but a lot of other people's designs on me as well. And then I was also asked, if I wasn't me, who would I want to be and why? And I would probably answer to that, I don't really think I want to be anyone else, because then there wouldn't really be, I guess, anything that I have or that I've done, so I really wouldn't want to be anyone else. Seprick asks, who's my favorite loomer? And I really couldn't choose just one person, because, like, if I had to choose a favorite loomer, I would probably be spending a day at least on it, 24 hours, because it would be so hard, because I have to look through all their designs and just see what person has most of the designs that I love the most, I guess, if that makes sense. Bracelets by H asks, Magnum or ice cream sandwiches? I've never actually had a Magnum, so I don't really know how they are, so I guess I'll say ice cream sandwiches. Whaley Looms asks, would you rather live in the Arctic or Antarctica? And I just went with Arctic. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, I'll just go with that. Whaley Looms and Rainbow Loom Sherelle ask, what is your favorite TV show? And that one was pretty difficult too, because I do watch quite a few different TV shows. But I narrowed it down to 2, which were Survivor or Criminal Minds. I don't know if you guys know any of those shows, but they're just pretty cool shows. And then Lynn Loom asks, when and why did you start making tutorials? So May 23rd, 2014 was my first tutorial. It was a really bad tutorial, so I'm apologizing for that if you decide to watch it. And I started to make tutorials because I really just wanted to make how-to videos on the original designs that I've made with the Loom, and then it expanded to include like more designers and different types of bracelets, like hook-only designs and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And then she also asks, what do you do with all of the bracelets that you have? And I'm looking at them right now. They're just sitting in like bins, like plastic bins. I do try to sell them, or sometimes give them to friends or to other people, because I have about, well, probably over 1,000 now, and I don't know what to do with them all. I'm thinking, gosh, I can't talk. I am thinking of donating some of them. Yeah. I just don't know when, really, and which ones to choose. So, yeah. And then Isla B. Clark asks, have you ever felt like giving up Rainbow Loom? And I would answer, I don't think I would be, I've never felt like I was going to give up Rainbow Loom as a craft, but I have previously felt like giving up on Instagram because of the amount of bullying and the amount of hate that I was getting from a lot of people, some of which were who were adults, and it just really made me sad because just to see that there were adults that were kind of bullying other kids, including myself, it just really made me want to, it just kind of drove me away from Instagram. So, but I'm still on Instagram, I'm still there, yeah. Angelina Looms and Cactus Crafts asked, did you expect to have 19,000 or 20,000 followers? And absolutely not. I remember the first month I was on Instagram, I was hoping for like 10 followers every 2 weeks or something, and then 200 followers by the end of June. So I started my account in mid-May. I was hoping for 200 followers by the end of June, and it just, wow, it just became really crazy, and a lot of people started following me, and it was just great. Angelina Looms asks, do you like doing charms? And I really don't like to do charms, but sometimes I will. I don't know. I just don't really have a use for them, so I don't really like to make them. Like bracelets you can wear, but charms, I don't really know what you do with them. I just kind of have all of mine in a box. And then she also asks, do you think Rainbow Loom is a large company that has inspired millions of people, and if so, why? I do think they've inspired millions of people to not only loom, but a bunch of other people as well to start making their own designs, and just expanding the Rainbow Loom on their own, just without the official Rainbow Loom tutorials. Like, Tutorials by A and official Rainbow Loom, they were probably the first people to ever start Rainbow Loom, and then there came people like Justin's Toys and Made by Mommy and like Seawolf and Feeling Spiffy, Crafting Fantastic, and then so many other people who have created their own designs and like made so many different things out of them, and I would say that's inspiring. Lauren the Hammy Lover asks, do you think Rainbow Loom is something that can relax you or make your day? And I would say yeah, for sure. I think it's a great stress reliever, personally, and when I'm looming, I'm pretty happy, except when a band breaks, and I get pretty angry at myself, probably, for, I guess, letting the band break, but it's a great stress reliever, and I don't know if it, like, makes my day, but it definitely makes it better if I'm having a bad day. Young Loomer asks, Persian or medieval bands? And that's kind of a hard one, because I like them both. I like certain colors from both, but I would probably say the medieval because I prefer silver over gold. That's just how I like it, I guess. And then a lot of questions from from Ocean Loom. There's like a bunch of questions. So anyway, do you enjoy sorting bands? Yes. And sometimes it depends on the day. If it's at night and I have to have my light on and the bands pretty much blend colors, then not so much, but if it's easy to separate the colors, then I don't really mind doing it. She asks, do you enjoy school? And then it depends on the day and on the class and how much homework I have. And some of the classes I really love, and some of the classes I don't really enjoy that much. Yeah. And she asked, what would your name be, or what would you like your name to be if your name wasn't Abby, which my name is Abby. And I'm not really sure. I've never really thought about that, so I don't really have a good answer to that question. She asks, dark colors, pastel colors, or neons? And for the most part, probably neons, like neon purple, neon yellow, neon green. But I do like colors in both the pastel and dark shades, so like, I like dark green, I like dark red, almost like a burgundy red. Yeah, I like dark blue, and then for pastel, I like pastel, pink, purple, pastel like teal or mint or whatever. And then she asks, what is my favorite animal? And again, this was a pretty hard question to answer because I love a lot of animals, but I would have to say a hummingbird because, I don't know, they're just like really energetic and they're also really colorful. Okay, another drink of water. Sorry if there's like those pauses. I'm just gonna end up running out of voice, I guess, if I don't. So anyway, Craft Couture asks, what was my favorite craft before Rainbow Loom? And I don't really know. I guess it was painting or drawing or coloring. When I was a lot younger, I used to do a bunch of coloring and then drawing and coloring what I drew. Yeah, and then I was also asked, if you were to qualify for the Olympics, what sport would you play? And that's kind of a funny question for me to think about because I probably wouldn't ever qualify for the Olympics. But if I were to get in, I'd probably do some sort of track and field event, such as like the 400-meter dash or the 100-meter dash or the 200-meter dash. It just kind of depends, I guess, on what I felt like doing. I don't know. Zainab Hyder asks, I can't talk, would you rather be an interior designer, production designer, or toy designer? And I would probably say production designer, just because it's more related to what I like to do, which is kind of like graphics, art, and I guess not really animation, but just making the slides for those animations, I guess. Tiger Girl 912 asks, how old is my sister? So, some of you might know, some of you might not. I do have a sister, and she is 12.5 years old, so she's like 4 years younger than I am. And do you get along well with her? And, for the most part, we have our arguments, sometimes over stupid things, but for the most part, we do get along. And then Frozen Loomer Jar asks, what are the favorite bands that you've used? And that one was pretty hard as well, but I would say Glitter White Silicone. I just love the glittery white frostiness of it, and I was actually going to get more, but they sold out on RainbowLoom.com when I was placing my last order, and I was very sad because I really wanted more glitter white. I don't know if they'll be coming back though. Madison Peck 2002 asks, what is my least favorite bracelet? And I don't really have a specific least favorite bracelet, probably just the ones that I've messed up on, or the designs that are one band or one lift stitch different from a previous design, and especially if that one gets more popularity. It just kind of annoys me when, I guess, people make a design and they take hours to make it, and then someone the next week goes and takes their design, lifts a stitch, or replaces the band or crosses a band, and just makes it original, sarcasm quotes there, because I don't really, I guess, consider that original, but anyway, Twin Loomers asks, what is my favorite movie? And I would say Avatar, the one with like the Na'vi or the blue cat-like people, not the Last Airbender movie. Yeah, it just has really, really nice graphics. My favorite two-color color combo. They also ask, what is my favorite two-color color combo? And I would probably say fuchsia and glitter white. I think it works really, really well together. Looming G asks, why do you not show your face? I have posted a couple selfies or face reveals on Instagram, but none of my videos because I don't really see a reason to. I mean, I'm just using my hands, and I guess I could have done it in this video, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with showing my face yet because I have previously gotten hate on my looks, and you know, I just feel like a lot of people would turn away from my tutorials if they didn't like what they saw. It's happened before, so I'm just kind of wary of it. Jen T with Love asks, what takes more time, schoolwork or looming? Probably looming during the summer. During the school year while I'm at school for like 7 hours a day. It's school if you would count that, but if you count the time that I'm outside of school, I would probably spend only like an hour or two on homework, and then anywhere from 2 to 3 on looming, so it just kind of depends. Mythic Loomer asks, would you rather eat your cat or have your cat eat you? And I'm going to pass on that question because I don't want either of those to happen. My cat is actually sitting right here. I don't want him to eat me, not really wanting to eat him either. Heart Mills asks, if you could meet one Loomer, who would it be? And again, with all of these like one Loomer questions, it's just so difficult to choose one Loomer. But I guess I would have to say I loves to loom because she is really like, I guess what some people call like a loom mom. She's always been a really close friend of mine on Instagram. She's always been really, really nice to me and such a supporter. Yeah, I would just really love to be able to meet her. And then I would, they also asked if you would want to, or if you could meet anyone who's not a loomer, who would it be? And thinking of all the people in this world, I would probably just say Ellen DeGeneres because she is just one of the funniest people ever. I just love Ellen. And then, would you rather be able to teleport or be able to turn invisible? And honestly, both are nice, but I would probably choose teleportation because then I wouldn't really have to drive anywhere, I wouldn't have to spend gas money or car, I wouldn't have to wake up early to go to school or go to class. If I wanted to go to the grocery store, I could just be like, oh, there I'm in the grocery store, and then, or if I wanted to go to Michael's, or if I wanted to visit someone, I could just teleport there. Whereas invisible, it's pretty nice, you could spy on stuff, but, yeah, I don't know, I just like the teleportation. Would you rather only do hook designs or loom designs the rest of your life? And I'm pretty sure the hook designs, like most of them can be made on the loom, or for the rest of my loom life. But I couldn't really choose one because I do a lot of hook-only designs and a lot of hook-only tutorials, and same with the loom designs, so it's just so hard to choose. I don't think I really could choose one for the rest of my loom life. Basic Loomer asks, what is your favorite Disney movie? And I actually haven't watched a bunch of Disney movies, most of them just the standard princess movies. I don't know if Frozen is a Disney movie, but if it is, then Frozen, but if not, then The Little Mermaid. I used to watch that all the time. Or, before Little Mermaid, if Lion King is a Disney movie, I really hope it is, I would probably choose Lion King, because that used to be literally my favorite movie ever. Yeah, so anyway, the Looming Life asks, what do you love doing the most when you're looming? And I would probably say, I guess, picking the colors for a specific bracelet and kind of visualizing how it comes out, and then actually seeing the end result, and if it's a really good end result, then that's twice as good. So yeah. Horse Savvy 2 asks, what would you do if everyone stopped selling loom bands? I would probably loom with all that I have, and then I would probably not be able to loom anymore because, I mean, if you don't have loom bands, you can't really loom. The Looming Stars asks, what are your favorite new bands that Rainbow Loom has brought out? I haven't really tried any of the new bands, I don't think. So I would probably say the Chartreuse from looking at it, or the Peridot Persian Green. But, like I said, I haven't tried any of them, so I wouldn't know for sure. And if you had a dream about loom bands, what would it be? I couldn't really imagine dreaming about loom bands. I've never had a dream about loom bands, so I don't really know that for sure. Pastel Loomer 21223 asks, what is your favorite movie from 2015? And currently it's Pitch Perfect 2, but that might change to Jurassic World after I go see it. I really do want to go see Jurassic World, and it looks like a really nice movie, so I might be changing that. Oops, sorry, I just hit some stuff. Let's see, V-Ball Looming Spam and Whaley Looms asks, what is my favorite movie? I already answered that, sorry. Yeah, I already answered that. It was Avatar. Infinite Zena asks, would you rather eat a tarantula or fall off the highest building in the world? I mean, let's go with falling off the building, because I could be bungee jumping, I could have a parachute, I could be hang gliding. It didn't say that I had to not have a way of surviving jumping off this highest building, but I don't like to eat live things or dead things, even if that tarantula was, even if the tarantula was dead, I don't think I could eat one. Yeah. Iris Handmaid says, very, very important question, gel or paste toothpaste, and gel, all the way, gel. The paste toothpaste is kind of weird, it just kind of feels sticky, and I don't know, I just like the gel toothpaste. Umbreon Artist says, or asks, string floss or water pick, and I'm not really sure what a water pick is, but because I have a permanent retainer in the back of my teeth, I use a floss pick. It's kind of like a mini mascara brush, but it's designed for flossing, so you just kind of put it in between your teeth, in between your braces, if you have those, and string floss is just so hard to do because I have pretty much a wire in the back of my mouth, so it's difficult to do. Pretty much string flossing, or I don't even know what a water pick is, but I'm assuming that would be kind of difficult as well. Looming by Jay asks, have you ever tried Bean Boozled? If yes, then what was the worst flavor? I have never tried Bean Boozled, but I've seen a bunch of videos, and quite honestly, I don't really want to because there's so many horrible flavors in it, like the dog food, or the skunk spray, or the rotten egg, and I just, oh gosh, I can't even imagine that. Ocean Loom asks, what is my biggest inspiration? Pretty much everyone who supports me looming, including like my family, my friends, everyone on Instagram, everyone on YouTube, just pretty much everyone inspires me, so yeah. Forever Royal 6 and Ocean Loom ask, what is my favorite color combo? And this is different from the two color combination. This one has a lot more colors, but I'm going to go with the fuchsia, and then the tealish blue from the Sweets Blue Paradise mix, teal, opaque, neon green, and glitter white. I've used this on a bracelet before, and it's turned out so nice, and I really love how it came out, so yeah. Sydney Looms and Mystical Loomy ask, do you have any siblings? And I think I answered this kind of previously. Yes, I do have one sister, and that's the only sibling that I have. Okay, getting some more water. If you try to talk for like a half hour straight, you'd probably be needing some water too. Sydney Looms ask, what is the most annoying thing that my sister does? And I would probably just say like leaves trash and all of her stuff, like clothes or shoes or just pretty much everything that she has around the house, and she doesn't really pick it up. She doesn't really notice that there's stuff strewn everywhere, so that's probably the most annoying thing that she does. That or getting stuff all over the bathroom, like fingernail polish, for example. Sydney Looms and Molly Whetstone ask, have you ever been funded by Rainbow Loom? Never have I ever been funded by Rainbow Loom. I know some loom artists are funded, like Courtney Nickel, How to Loom Your Dragon, and some people that design for them, but I would not be one of the loom artists that would be funded by Rainbow Loom. It would be really nice if I was, but I am not. And then kind of a relatable question, Juju Wild Kid asks, do you buy your own bands? And yes, all the products that I buy are with my own money that I make. My parents don't give me money to buy bands. They're like, buy it yourself. You want to do this, you do it yourself. The only thing that I've ever really been given, I guess, for free would be the solar kit that Rainbow Loom sent me as a congratulations for becoming a 2015 Loom artist, which they did send to all the other Loom artists, but I still felt that it was really nice of them to send that because I was going to get the solar band, so yeah. The Loom guy asks, what do you do on your free time besides looming? During the school year, I do my homework for school, I do chores, a little bit of drawing, I hang out with my friends, just kind of go outside, I guess. And then he also asks, have you ever loomed on an off-brand loom? And no, I have loomed with off-brand bands before, but I've always had a rainbow loom to loom on if I'm looming on a loom. And I know that's a lot of using the word loom in one sentence, but I have never used a crazy loom or a wonder loom or whatever those are. I've always had a rainbow loom, so yeah. Piggy Lover 7 asks, what is your favorite band color? And I don't know, probably glitter white or teal or Caribbean green. I just like all of those colors. They also asked, what is your favorite band style? Opaques, probably. And then the favorite design that you've created, so this is a little bit different from some of the other questions, but the favorite design that I've created, I was looking through my recent tutorials, and it would probably be my Ptolemy bracelet, which I posted like a day or two ago on Instagram, but just looking through all my original designs, I do like the Woodwind bracelet probably, but Ptolemy is also right up there, so I do really like that design as well. The Looming Stars asked, if you were stranded on an island for a week with one band collection, what would it be? And I would say opaques, because you would have all of the opaque bands, and that's a lot of colors, so I would just probably choose that. Looming by Anna asks, when you first started Rainbow Loom, did you use off-brand bands? And yes, I used Hobby Lobby brand, Joann's brand, just because they were the only kind that I knew about. I didn't really know about Rainbow Loom at the time. I just called it Looming, not even Rainbow Loom, because at that time, when I first started, I was just making a bunch of fishtails, pretty much, on the pencils. And that's why I have, like, 50 fishtails, so, yeah. Looming J asks, did you use fake bands before? Yes, when I've run out of authentic bands, or when I had just started looming, I used fake bands, so if I ran out of, like, metallic silver or gold, then I have used off-brand bands, which obviously don't work as well, but they're still usable. I don't even think of the word, but yeah. Heartmills asks, would you rather not loom for a year or not shower for 3 months? And I said I really couldn't survive without either. I'd go crazy if I couldn't loom for 3 months, or for a year, sorry. And I would probably go crazy if I haven't showered for like 2 days. So, yeah. Official Looms by D asks, how do you edit your photos? And this is a pretty good question because I don't really edit them very much at all. I just stick on a watermark, and then I touch up my brightness or sharpness with just the Instagram, but that's all I really do. I don't really do much with it. I just take a good picture with good lighting, stick on a watermark, and maybe brighten it just a little bit. So, yeah. Rainbow Posts 01 ask, do you have any original creations, and if so, how many? Yes, I do have original creations. The one I currently have tutorials for amounts to probably like 40. The amount of originals that I've ever made probably is 60 or 70. Some of the originals that I've forgotten how to make, I'm never going to be making tutorials for them. So I would still call them my original creations, but because there's no tutorial, I can't really do anything with that. Mari Looms asks, how did you get YouTube and Instagram famous? I'm not sure really. I just kind of kept posting and eventually developed a YouTube account that other loomers got interested in, and I kept improving my looming skills. I just kind of kept going with looming and kept getting better, and I just gradually gained more followers and subscribers, so yeah. The Loomagination asks, did you ever feel like giving up on your Instagram or your YouTube? And many times on Instagram, but not really my YouTube. I wasn't getting very much hate or anything like that on my YouTube, but I was getting a lot on Instagram at the times when I was considering shutting it down. especially from adults and pretty much other kids who might have been just jealous, might have just enjoyed bullying. I don't know. I don't really know what their motives were. I wouldn't really know because I've never really done that, but yeah. Aqua Ocean asks, what are your 3 current favorite songs? And they're kind of all from all over the different genres, so not in any particular order, but the first one, Honey I'm Good by Andy Grammer, See You Again by Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa, and Geronimo by Shepherd. I just love those songs right now. And then they also ask, what do you like to watch on YouTube besides Rainbow Loom related things? So for the most part, Minecraft videos, like Minecraft builds or survival or Hunger Games, that kind of stuff. I'm actually a pretty big Minecraft fan. I don't have a Minecraft account, but I play Minecraft Pocket Edition, so yeah, I just love Minecraft videos. Yeah. But sometimes I watch music videos or covers of songs. And then, how many bananas do you think you can eat in 1 minute? And, I don't really know how to answer that one. 1/4 of one? I personally don't know. I've never tried to time myself eating a banana, but sure. What grade are you in? I will be a junior in high school, this August, so I just finished my sophomore year. Yeah. Hook Loom and I asked, do people in school say looms are not fun anymore, and if so, what is your reaction? Nobody in my school looms or really knows about it, so I wouldn't really have an answer to that question, but for the people on Instagram who are like, looms aren't fun anymore, I would just have to say, okay, why are you still following Loom accounts if they're not fun anymore? Why are you still commenting on Loom accounts? Why are you still stalking Loom accounts if it's not fun anymore? I don't really get why people are still saying that they're not fun if they could just pretty much just walk away. They're not fun, okay, you're not interested in it, just walk away, but they're obviously still interested if they keep commenting that, so yeah. And then a bunch more questions from Ocean Loom, like a ton more questions. Do you like flowers? Yeah, just not the bees that come with them, or wasps or anything like that. I just really hate bees and wasps and that kind of stuff. Do you like horror movies? Not really. I mean, I don't really mind watching them as long as there's no jump scares, which I absolutely hate jump scares, but every horror movie really seems to have those, so, yeah. Do you do duct tape? No, I do not. My sister does, though. What was the first thing you made out of Rainbow Loom bands? I probably still made a fishtail. Out of Rainbow Loom bands, I made a fishtail. Out of non-Rainbow Loom brands, I made a fishtail. Brand bands, can't talk. I tried a zippy chain, but I messed up every single time. So, yeah. Have you ever been abroad on holiday? Which is pretty much vacation. I went to Costa Rica once during spring break, and I've traveled within the U.S. like during summer vacation, but nowhere else really internationally except Costa Rica. Yeah. Do you like wearing socks or not? Or she said or not, but yeah. Anyway, yes, I love wearing socks. I wear them all the time. I can't sleep without socks on, and I hate walking around barefoot, and a lot of you guys are going to call me crazy, but I hate being barefoot. It just feels weird on my toes. I don't know. Yeah, I always wear socks, which is why pretty much all of mine have holes in them. Do you like swimming? Yes, for the most part, so long as the water is a good temperature. Like, if the water is really cold, I don't really enjoy swimming that much, but if the water's a decent temperature, it's warm, then yeah, I love to go swimming. What is your favorite season? Probably spring. I don't know, because you're coming up on your summer break, you're ending the school year, just kind of nice weather. Yeah, so, yeah. Next question. Do you ever wear makeup? No, I actually do not wear makeup. I don't really, prefer to wear makeup, I guess. Are you adventurous? To an extent, I would say. I'm not going to go cliff diving, but I would go climb a tree, and I wouldn't go cliff diving, but I would go skydiving with a parachute, as long as I had a parachute. So it's just kind of depends on what that would entail. Like, if I was going to go I don't know, walking on the side of a highway, I probably wouldn't do it because I would, one, get arrested by police cars because you're not supposed to walk on the side of a highway. But if I was to, I guess, yeah, just like climb a tree or go ice skating, I would probably do it. I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. But the next question is, do you like the beach? And I love everything about the beach, like including the sand, when just like digging my toes in the sand. But the only thing that I hate about the beach is that you have to wash off the sand later, and then it's really uncomfortable to walk around in, especially if you're like a mile or two away from a shower or a hose or something where you can wash off all the sand. So yeah. Have you ever been to the United Kingdom or UK? No, but I would like to visit sometime in my future, just because it would seem like a pretty cool place to visit. I don't know. And then last question from her: would you ever do a video of your sister looming or do the blindfolded looming challenge? Sorry. Probably not, because I don't know. My sister has her own like channel, but she doesn't ever use it. But it's like a gaming channel. But anyway, I probably wouldn't do the blindfolded looming challenge because I don't know. I just don't really feel like it. Yeah. So last question from the Looming Stars: would your sister ever consider making a YouTube channel? And I'm not sure if you meant one related to looming or just one in general. And she has one for like Minecraft, like she films herself playing Minecraft on her Kindle tablet, but she hasn't uploaded any videos in like, I don't know, 6-7 months now. So I don't really know if she should ever consider making a YouTube channel. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this long video of blackness. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, so that's all that's gonna be in this video. So give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna have, and I hope to see you next time.